Hello again and welcome to SCLC TV. This is February, Black History Month.
Now, the Steele is Black History Month, and you've been traveling the country talking to black folks about a range of issues. Dr. King, get out the vote. But what are you sensing? Where have you been and what are you learning?
Well, first of all, I just got in from the Seattle, Tacoma area, SeaTac. You know, I like that, SeaTac. And I just learned that over the weekend when I was there. And with Miss Underwood, Cheryl Underwood, who is remarkable in her own right to have these town meetings and want SCLC to be there to take the lead in terms of the historicity of what we have done and going forward in the future.
These are town hall meetings?
Town hall meetings. Man, I experienced such a great opportunity in Tacoma when we sat there and the people were just waiting for. See, they are ready to go to the direction they feel trusted. They are ready to go to build entrepreneurship, to build a political base, and come back to the civil rights movement. But you have to build relationships. We talk about this all the time. So after we got involved at Shiloh Baptist Church in Tacoma, it was packed, Mr. Eaton, and the folks was ready. They didn't understand the history of racism. They didn't understand the responsibility of Dr. King, first of all, about raising money. Well, black people must understand, African Americans, fair-minded thinking, white people and all people, the movement needs money. It's a campaign. They didn't understand that Dr. King, and we educated now, gather information and educate. I'm going to say this, they did not understand that his first priority was not giving a great speech or not going out marching in direct action. It was raising money. Everything goes back to the financial institution.
What does Cheryl Underwood bring to this? And you said she's very popular. She has her own talk show, right? But she's not an entertainer. She's an activist in her own right?
She's a person who cares about those who are less fortunate. She's a person who understands the foundation of history. What she's afraid of is that people will forget. You know, when we were so blessed to have President Barack Obama as our president, that was the first communication I had with the press the next 24, 48 hours. Charles, how do you feel when racism has been eradicated? We got a black president. People were misled on that. We have more racism today than ever before. The three ills again, racism, poverty, and militaristic, include classism. Dr. King fought classism just as hard as he fought racism.
At a recent speech in Morehouse College, Stacey Abrams, who's become a popular figure, who also said she'd accept a vice presidential request if somebody asked her. She said that at Morehouse. But you've been traveling the country also. She has a group called Boots to the Ballot Box, March to the Ballot Box. And you've been talking across the country about voter registration. Are folks, black folks, going to vote?
What it is, man, they're not going to tell you what they're going to do. But when you get your hooks into the fabric and the core of each community, you can feel the lack of commitment because of lack of trust. People saying, I've been doing this for so long, I don't see nothing. Man, you got to go back to the facts. So we got to go back and reconvince them. The fact is, we lost 60% of black wealth. And ain't nobody saying, people are not even talking about this. What's our black wealth? Our homes. Yeah. We lost most of our banks. 10 years ago, we had 38 banks, at the minimum 30. But my calculation says 38 banks. We, 3 years ago, had 27 banks. We're down to 17 now. People are saying, I don't trust you. I don't believe you. You are individualizing what is taking place for your own personal reason. That's the feedback. And they're not going to tell you who they're going to vote for in a large degree of sense. They're just going to stay at home if we don't motivate them.
Well, black Republicans will say, well, black folks depended on one party for too long and were disappointed. That might be the reason. But you're concerned that folks will not get out and register to vote.
I'm concerned that people are disloyal in their belief of the current state of economics. Politics we must have. Economics is an impact that black people has never felt the fairness of. We have to have people with a plan to guarantee economic employment, economic entrepreneurship. Dr. King said this country is too rich to have any poverty. I walk over poor and hungry people every day coming to my office, as you know. So what am I saying? I'm saying that must be a collaboration where people don't see a separation from a public office and a private position of being poor. Even in politics, man, it's against the rules, unwritten rule that says you will fail and you will not make the grade of being elected if you talk about helping poor folks.
You see that? Do you feel that on the road?
I see it all, not only across the country, I see it across my yard, my community, my stores, the state of Georgia, the state of Alabama. Ultimately, I travel the world. It's all over the world. It's a globalized society. But guess what? The world is dependent upon African Americans to be transparent and tell the truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's been Dr. Charles Steele Jr. This is SCLC TV. See you next week.